everyone, today we will start decorating our TNs, Traveler's Notebooks. I have all of these together with their scraps. So today we're going to do the tall TN pocket of Gail's, and I will of course link the video below, but I'm not going to do all 12 for you on camera. We'll be here for a while because I'm not as quick as Gail is. So, but I am going to do a couple. So I think what I'll do is I'll do one pink and one green for you, and then I'll do the rest off camera. But basically the first thing you do is you cut your paper down to 7.5 wide and 8.5 tall. The 8.5 is the height of the page, but we're going to take off a 1/2 inch on the bottom. So the first thing you'll do is put it in the scoreboard. Oh, and when you're cutting, you want your image to be oriented this way, top, bottom. The width is going to be the 7.5 and the length is 8.5. Did I make that clear? I hope so. Anyway, we're going to score at, as if this was the top. Most of mine don't have any particular orientation. They're pretty random. So, but if this was the top, I'm going to do 1.5 inch score line on the left side, and I'm going to come in, well, let's flip it all the way around. And now we're going to do 2.5 inches. And then one more turn, which will be the bottom, and we will do a 1/2 inch across the bottom. So I don't know if you can see it, but we have 1.5 score line here, a 2.5 inch here, and a 1/2 inch along the bottom. So let me do that again. As if this were the top, we will do 1.5 over here. And then you can count in 1, 2.5, that'll be the 5. And then just score the bottom at 1/2 inch. Probably would have been easier to do it on the other side. I don't know what this is. Okay. Looks like my cutter didn't get all the way through. Pretty much probably a user error. Okay, so we I think we'll fold it first. Let me get my bone folder. So I'm going to fold on the 2.5. I want that really pretty flat. Fold on the 1.5, and then I'm going to fold on that 1/2 inch. Am I even recording? Yes, okay. It's early. I don't even have my watch on yet. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to trim here. The middle piece, I want to keep this flat, but I'm going to cut off the rest here. So about 1/4 inch or a little bit less into that corner. And then I like to come in just maybe 1/8 inch up here and go to the corner so that I know it's going to close. Just maybe, like I said, 1/8 inch and then to that corner. And that way I know when I close these, I'm going to be able to clear that bottom piece. Okay. Now, doesn't really matter which flap is on top. But let's go ahead and do the other one. Repeat. So I want to use my bone folder to get that really good and flat. I guess I didn't score that one as strongly as I should have. Okay, and then do the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to come in here to that corner at an angle and then trim this out. There we go. Okay, now where's my circle punch? I do want to make a little thumb hole here. I think it might be easier to see on this side actually, because I need to see where those folds are so that I can get in the center. I just want to do, I don't like to do a whole half circle. I like to do just maybe a third. And punch. And then I will do this one. Somewhat centered, best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just something to be able to grab into that little hole, or into that pocket. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, get my glue open here, is I'm going to put the larger one on top. So I'm going to put a line of glue here. And I'm going to put a line of glue here. And what this does is it gives me 2 lines of glue, so I don't have to worry about how far does this go over, how far does this go under. I know I'm getting the edge of each one, and that's covered. So I just want to hold that down for a second. And then go along the bottom here. Is it coming out? I'm having a hard time seeing today. The sun has changed where it is in the morning and the afternoon here. I'm still getting used to where the lighting, and it's early. I think it's just 8. Which is early for me because I usually don't get around to videotaping until maybe 11 or so. But I have an appointment, so I wanted to get in early and get the video edited and rendering so I can get it up for you guys today. Okay, so there's our tall pocket for the. But that one Portobello Road, when I bought it, I was thinking it was blue, and I always buy blue and pink. But it actually is kind of a seafoam green, and they do have another one that I saw that I may go pick up that was I think denim or something, washed denim, so that one's probably going to be more blue. And then there was a ruby one that was, I would think, a little bit more red than the one I bought, and that might have been the ones I saw, I don't remember. There we go. I love this herringbone pattern. Okay. It almost looks like Space Invaders. Remember that game, Space Invaders? If you're looking across this way. Okay, so there's the 2. Now I need to put some ribbon on those. Just a little bit, not anything elaborate. But let me see what I've got in my bag of tricks. I dumped everything out to put my books in the other, oh, there we go. To put my books in the other basket while I was working on them. And the basket was just too big. It didn't fit on my desk, and yeah, I think I like this one. So I am not going to go up and try to trim that. I'm just going to start down here at the bottom. So this is about the same, a little bit smaller than the opening. So we'll come down here. And if I need to add a little bit more, then I will. Piece of I was holding my dog. He needs a haircut. Oh my goodness. We got him the summer cut, so they cut him pretty short, and it's finally grown back out, so he's ready for another trim. Okay. Alright, I think I can trim that off. There's one, and let's do the same here. Follow this line because I'm pretty sure I folded straight. Wow, you look at that long enough though, and you start to get a little dizzy. Actually, this one's not as bad as that black and white stripe though. That black and white stripe, wow, it really gets me. Okay, trying to get this centered. Not sure how I'm doing. And it looks different on camera too. When I'm editing, I'm like, whoa, that wasn't straight at all. And then I come back and look at my book and I'm like, well, it is straight. But sometimes my camera takes on a strange angle after I've gotten the SD card in and out of it. Okay, one more little connector. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to put any pearls or bling or anything on it. I want to keep it, you know, pretty simple. But this is going to go. And I've kept all the scraps together because I want to make sure I'm using the same ones for the pockets and such. So this is going to adhere right here on the back. And we'll put a tall tag in it, and we will glue it only on 3 sides and then be able to put either some coffee dyed paper or index card or something in the side. So that's where that one will go. And then where's that other? Here we go. Put this one where it belongs. This one will go here. Yeah, that's gonna look cool. Okay, so there we go. Those are the tall tea-in pockets by Gail Agostinelli, and we'll be back to do some pockets and tucks next time. Talk to you soon. Thanks.